Y'all chomping at the bits? What do you mean there's no sounds? There's totally sounds. I'm seeing Streamlabs right now. There's totally sounds. Double checking emails here. I got stuff going on. Trying to get some people access to a video in Google Drive, and they were having issues. Hopefully the issues are solved. All right. We'll check back in a bit, see if they've got any additional issues. Grabbing that file. Morning, everybody. Brett Willis, NFL guys. Everybody says, all right, what's up, guys? Yeah, I don't stream anything higher than 1920 by 1080. Mostly because I live in the middle of nowhere and my internet is great, but not 4K, not 4K great. Like I don't know that I would want to try to stream in 4K. I don't have gigabit service, so. We're gonna do something fun here this morning. I was gonna record this offline, but I've got limited time today, so normally I work on all my video production in the morning, but Chris and I went to the grocery store, so I didn't have time to do stuff this morning because I had to take a couple hours and help her with shopping. So we're gonna do something live today. Give me a minute though, because we're not done here yet. I gotta stuff some stuff in here. Are we good? I guess we're good with all this. Special battery. Oh, that's cool. Gold. Crusty magnets. It's just scrap, alright. Alright, what did we get here? Analyze data. Right. Suspicious. Dun, 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 dun. Info guide says, saw the Paradise Planet of yours. It looks cool. It is cool. We'll be back there this morning in a little bit. Brett says 1080 is just fine. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't dug into the data in a while, but I remember I checked at one point a couple years back, and it was such a high number of people watching on mobile devices that I just like, no one needs 4K when there's such a huge amount of people watching via mobile device. Like, no one's actually, I find it very rare that people are actually watching me in full screen. It's very rare for people to have me up on a big screen TV or on a big monitor where they've got it blown up, where it's going to matter if I'm at 4K or 1080. Most people are watching like on the side while they're doing something, or opened up in a tab while they're doing something else, or they're on their phone watching it there while they're working on their PC, things of that nature. 1080 is fine. Right, Brett. Brett watches on mobile, so I totally watch everybody I watch. I watch on mobile. This is a pulse spitter. I have no idea what that is. Shield module. I might actually want that. Positron ejector. Don't care about that. Pulse engine, hyperdrive. I should check these. All right, we're in the exosuit right now. Let's check the shield module. Where the heck do I have my shields at in here? I'm gonna have to check that in a second. Hang on. Plus core health. Put it here in the That's enough for now. I'll just stick it there. It's not perfectly linked, but I don't really care for the moment. Hang on, where did the output go? Like, I totally put living slime in here and it disappeared. Why did it disappear from my thingy? This one has the living slime in it. Yeah, it totally disappeared from my personal refiner. Like, I put stuff in here and it's gone. And it's not in my inventory. Very, very odd. Let's stick this in here and see if I have the same problem. We're going to put the living slime in. Should give me some runaway mold. Alright, while I'm doing that, I've got a pulse engine module. I don't have any spare slots left in my ship, though. 11 boost, 14. Let's just see what all these do. Pressure oh, hyperdrive range. That's actually something I probably want to keep. But let's hold on to that for the moment. Shield nodule. 9%, that's worthless. Dismantle that one. Alright. I think I'm going to install the hyperdrive one. Do I have pulse engine, photon cannon, hyperdrive? Oh, I can't put it in a tech slot. What's up with that? Oh, I have to install it. Never mind. There we go. This was pulse engine upgrade, which would be nice. I don't think I have anything else that I want to take off, though. Economy scanner, I've honestly never used it. Let's take this off for the moment. Heat dispersion. Oh, dang it. I gotta remember I gotta install it. Okie dokie. Alright. That is a little bit different. Alright, this quit. Now I should have goodies in here. Now I have goodies in it. I wonder why I didn't have goodies in it a minute ago. That was really weird. It was like some of the things disappeared. Oop, runaway mold. Nanite clusters. Give me those delicious nanite clusters. Splitter module. Spitter. Positron injector. I can't install it anywhere. Guess we'll hold on to that one. Definitely don't sell the new spheric orb. That's for something else. Alright, that's refining down. Let me check up on comments here. Humble says positron injector is the best weapon for the starship. What's up, Commander Wolf? You're over on YouTube this morning too? Nice. Scatter blast is good, but full spitter can do a lot more damage. A lot more quick. Maybe. I suck at aiming, so the scatter blaster has been very good for me. Welcome to the channel, Tunix. Thanks for the follow. Also, Joey Farrell over on YouTube. Thanks for everybody for following along. I'm gonna check emails. I gotta make sure everybody's got access that they need. Alright, I don't have any additional access that I need to give to people. I think we're good on the email front. Falcon says, I watch you in full screen except when running errands, but 1080 is fine. Yeah, honestly, I'm lucky that I don't have bandwidth limitations to knock on wood. I know, so the content I produce here is all in 1080, 1920 by 1080, but the content I produce for my brother's ranch project is in 4K. So we shoot all the footage. I was up there in June for 3 weeks and I shot a ton of footage, and then they are shooting additional footage. We have a Hero 12 black GoPro, which is fucking phenomenal. I mean, it shoots everything in 4K. So like I did a video the other day. It was like a 30-minute video documentary upload. It was like 35 gigs to upload that video file to the YouTube channel, and I was just looking at this going, I am so lucky that I don't have data caps, because it was ridiculously it was it was a very big file. And like I gotta go download tonight, I gotta download a block of footage of them working cows, and it looks like it's gonna be about a 85 or 90 gigabyte. I forget what he told me. It's like a 90 gig download. So I gotta download that tonight, then I'll produce the video and then upload that probably on Wednesday or Thursday. That'll probably be like another 40 gig upload. On top of that, I do all my game stuff. I have two, Brett. I have a cable connection. So I live in the boonies, so it's a little different here. If you live in the city, you've got all the options that you would ever want, plus 5G, 4G, gigabyte, fiber, everything you need. Because I live in the boonies, when we first moved here, it was I could only get cable at this cable internet at this location. There's fiber 2 streets down from where I live, but the phone company would not run the fiber up to my house, and I even offered to pay a few $1,000s for them to to install a box on the pole outside of my house, and they wouldn't. They were like, we can't do it because we have to wait until there's an order to justify moving in that direction. Well, then like a year later, which was about a year ago now, we were outside one morning and we saw these guys running up the telephone pole in front of my house, putting a fiber line in a fiber box, and it was like, well, who are you? And it turns out it's a technician that works for the local phone company, and he's got his own local service where he's piggybacking off of that and subletting essentially out his fiber. So I have a secondary connection through him, which is a fiber connection, because he ran all his own. So he's got fiber all over town now that he's offering to the locals, and it's just off of he's got a gigabit service, and then he has Starlink as a backup, and then you can get Starlink anywhere in Mexico now. So if you really needed to, like if you really were going to live out in the middle of nowhere with no internet connection, you could get Starlink. And I can attest to the fact that Starlink works brilliantly. My brother has Starlink, and he's had it for over a year now. They have the middle of the road option. If you needed to go to the commercial professional option, you could pay more. They pay, I want to say $150 a month for whatever theirs is, 120, 150, and it's like when I was up there in June working off of it, it was like anywhere from a 50 to 80 down and a 20 to 40 up, which is more than enough to do what I do for a living online. So, but I do have two. I have a cable. The cable is like 300 down, and then depending on what, sometimes they change. Sometimes it's like 15 up, and sometimes it's 25 up. Just depends on what month we're on. And then the fiber backup I have is a 15 down, 15 up. So, and then if I really needed to, I could go get Starlink. All right. Doesn't look like we have any issues with emails, so I think we're going to be okay. Dun, 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 dun. Info guy said I was one of the first Starlink users. It was a godsend for where I lived. Used it for 4 years before I finally got fiber. I almost got it when we moved in, because the cable connection was not that great when we moved in, and there were a lot of issues with they tried to cap me when I first moved in. Like the first 3 months I did streaming here in this location, woke up one weekend and my uploads had been slowed to less than 1 mega for my uploads, and then they started limiting my downloads anytime after 6 p.m. And Chris had to get on the phone and yell and scream, and this isn't what you promised us, this isn't blah, 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 blah. And she called so many times to the corporate offices that they called the local office where we live. Chris went in to pay her bill one day, and the actual manager of the local office came downstairs and was like, hey, I'm really sorry about everything. Corporate called. One of our guys almost lost his job because it wasn't what you promised. We're making a personal exception for you. Like, he made all these excuses. But I've had zero problems with the cable company since then. But they tried to cap me when I first moved in, because they were like, oh my god, because I live in a small town. There's like 30,000 people here, and most people only use the internet for like Netflix and school and stuff like that. There's nobody doing for a living what I do in this town, at least that I know of. Nobody's streaming, and so I download terabytes per month, and I upload damn near. I don't think I've broken a terabyte in uploads per month, but we're getting there. And they were freaking out because I was using up like all the bandwidth for town. They tried to get me to sign up for an enterprise internet, and I was like, no, you guys told us. This is what Chris told them too. It was like, when we moved in and our contracted service says we're supposed to get this, and you're capping us and shutting it off and all this other stuff. And because there are consumer protection laws here, we were able to be like, hey, stop messing with my internet. So we've been good since then. Beavis is going to need to install tech slots in your ship at some point for warp programming. I need to just get a better ship, but it's low priority for the moment. Right, info guides. That's what my brother had at his previous ranch location before Starlink was available in his location. he had a homemade solar powered radio tower that he built on his property on like the tallest hill and beamed it towards the Wi-Fi tower in town where one of the local broadband services offered Wi-Fi service. So, and it was not that great, but he was able to get it was like a 8 to 12 down, 8 to 12 up. It was not a great internet connection, but he had to build his own tower. It was a solar powered radio tower out in the middle of his field to ping off somebody, the big radio tower in town. And then when they finally offered Starlink, he was like, I have been saved, because that was the thing where they lived. The only cell phone service is Verizon. So like when I go up there, my phone network piggybacks off of AT&T, and AT&T doesn't have a lot of they don't have a lot of coverage. T-Mobile and AT&T, it doesn't have a lot of coverage where they live. So every time I go up and visit, I have next to no cell phone service, depending on where I'm at in Missouri, because it's all Verizon coverage there. All right, I think I'm done with all the things that I needed to do here. Let me double check everything before we head out, because there was something I wanted to do on stream with everybody today. Let me throw some of this stuff in the storage unit. Let's see here. Indium, nice. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go mine some more cobalt soon. Hang on, what are those gold nuggets good for? Ready to be processed into gold, okay. Alright, I think the rest of this I'm gonna hold on to. I have no idea what item duplication is, Humble. I don't know what you're referring to. Yeah, Tenosika is right down the road from us. It's about an hour. It kind of depends on who you're driving with. It's like an hour and 30 minutes, hour and 15 minutes from where we live. That's actually where, like, if I have to go to get any, like, hospital stuff done, my healthcare provider we have a satellite clinic in our town. We have a general hospital in our town that it's not part of. There's the universal coverage that my wife has, which is for everybody in the country. And then I have what's called IMSS or EAMS, which is you pay for that one. And there's a local satellite clinic in my town, but they either send me to Tenosika or Villahermosa, either way. Villa is about 2.5 hours away. Tenosika is about an hour and a half. I've never actually been to Tenosika, to be honest with you. Chris has been a bunch of times. I usually, if we have to go to town for anything, I usually go to Villahermosa. I can't even. I don't even know if there's an airport in Tenosika. There might be an airport there. There's an airport in Villa because when I fly out, I fly in and out of Villa. Let's go up. Oh, I have a big question for anybody who's done the quest. This morning, I spent like an hour and a half trying to figure out how to get and now I'm gonna forget the name of the quest. I'm looking it up real quick. Okay, here it is. There's a quest called Dreams of the Deep, which apparently you have to do to get access to the aquatic stuff, your sub, your nav sub, and everything else. Um, how the hell do you get this? Because everything I've read online says it's something called a quest called the Dreams of the Deep, and apparently it's a quest that you get when you're traveling through hyperspace, and you get like a message that comes in. The problem is there have been a bunch of times when I've been traveling and I've ignored the messages coming in while I'm in my hyperspace, not hyperspace, but your pulse drive. Because a lot of times it's just like the traders, and I'm like, I'm not interested in trading, and a lot of times I'm busy with the stream talking, and I don't pay attention that something's pinging me. So I know that I have missed probably 15 or 20 of those mysterious signals that have come in while I'm in the pulse drive. So the question I have is, how the hell do you find this Dreams of the Deep quest if you didn't accept the message when it was coming in? Because I would really like to start that quest line to start getting my aquatic base building things and my sub and everything else, but I cannot find any information online about like how I can actually know where to go to trigger that quest to trigger the incoming transmission. I cannot find anything online that talks about that. Yeah, it should show up again, but the question is where and when. So like today, I was flying around this morning, and I had like 3 messages come in, and all 3 of them were just the traders in space where you drop out of pulse drive and there's like a ship there trying to trade with you. And I'm like sitting here going, you know what? I've spent an hour and a half this morning over coffee, and it was like I could not get the quest triggered. I was like, damn it! I don't know what I'm supposed to do or what I'm doing wrong here. So I'll read the text here in a minute. I'm gonna let everybody give me their answers, then I'll get back to that. Because I would like to start that, or at least have the quest line in my journal. Um, I want to see. Commander says the quest should show up again. Beeblebum says if you want the building parts right away, you could also go and unlock them at the anomaly. Yes, I've done that with a lot of the alloy base building walls and stuff, because I definitely want to build like an alloy looking structure up top. So I've done it that way. Commander says jump a few jumps, and when you reach a system with a water planet or heavy water, the only important messages are when you take off or enter a system and one pops off. Okay. Well, I'll just keep an eye out. It sounds like I just need to keep an eye out and start paying attention to when those are happening and not ignore them. Because I've just been ignoring a lot of them because I just assumed they were all the traders. I didn't realize that any of them could lead to like quests. All right. Thank you for the tips, guys. It's when you enter a system or take off. Beeblebum says, yeah, it could be the warp system that might need water. Commander says the traders are when you're near a space station or out in the minefields. Sometimes when you pulse flying through space. So it sounds like I might need to do some system jumps if I really want to come across it. JT says, is No Man's Sky crossplay? It is crossplay. Cable Guy says, shoot asteroids for anomaly detectors? Alright. We may go fly around and do some exploration this afternoon and see if we can't get that quest to drop. However, before we do that... Oh, you know what? I forgot. We gotta go to the anomaly. It's not here. Oh, what do you mean planetary? It was green for a second. There it is. No, I already checked my log. It's not in there. Like I said, I spent like an hour and a half this morning and no luck. But I wasn't jumping through a bunch of systems. I was just going from planet to planet, checking if it was through pulse drives. I think I only jumped to one new system and ran out of hyperdrive fuel, so I was like, I'll just go do other things. Did I find a pirate base yet? Pirate station? No. Oh, this ship looks fucking wicked. That reminds me of the ships from the first Avatar movie. I'm assuming this is another expedition-only reward. That thing's really cool. What the hell, man? Does it tell me what it is? It just says class hauler. Hold Alt RT. See, RT's not doing anything to... Well, that's a cool ship. That one's not bad, but that one's I don't like purple. Like purple is just a little too garish. That one, however, is pretty sweet, man. Special hauler body. See, my muscle memory's all fucked up now because I'm like clicking right to run. Alright, I do have something I want to do with y'all this morning. But before I do, I got to check one more thing before we get going. I got to make sure I don't need to answer any emails. We're going to do that in a minute, Commander. We're going to go try to find that water planet in a little bit. I got to do something else first, though. Hang on. Alright, I think we're good. Where's my journal? Dang it. Welcome to Twitch, Geets the Nerd. If I can spell that right. Where are we at? We're at 40 minutes in. All right. So, what I wanted to do this morning with y'all, I told you I was going to do this a few days ago, and we just had to wait for the right day. I want to go check out some of these community highlighted featured bases and check these out with y'all. I've seen this one. We already looked at the E-Alpha base on one of the other videos we did. The reason I want to do this is going to get cut out as its own video for YouTube later on. So for those of you watching over on Twitch right now, day-to-day stuff over on YouTube, we clip things out often. This is mostly about showcasing the base building in this game. So I did a video the other day about how I felt like this is one of the best base building games I've ever come across, because you could do land bases, you could do aquatic bases, you could do the freighter bases, you could do all sorts of fun stuff here. But this was one of the things where I showed off at least that one when we went and looked at it. And I kind of wanted to go through here and do a reaction video with the community while we were on a live stream so that we can go check some of these things out. Because there's some really impressive stuff that you could do with base building. And I haven't but barely scratched the surface. So we're going to go check out this one. Polestar Potions and Apothecary. It's a Stellar Class E7 Death of Green Anomaly. Built in custom difficulty. It's an Echoes of Acid planet. Isolated sentinels. Lots of flora and fauna. Let's warp in and see what we can see. Nuno Correa says you'll find those ships while playing. That's a hauler. There's also one as an expedition roar, but not that one. Cable Glass says find a 3-star opulent system and hang out in a trade center to find exotic ships. Dave says some of the ships are lovely. The first time I saw a living ship was breathtaking. Commander says you will eventually run into exotic ships that are separate from the others. Cool. And yes, after we do this section, after we go look at some of these, we're gonna go on a search for water, I guess, and see if we can't get that quest to pop up, so that I can go get my aquatic base. Oh, hello. Well, I like the entry already. Just pops you in right here. Oh, this is cool. Wow. So, let's come back here and take a look at this. It's like a little mushroom home. It's a very interesting looking little place. Let's run up the hill really quick just to see what there is. So he's on a land planet. It's a giant mushroom. So it's like the mushroom top something you can... How did he do that? Like, can you get a mushroom top to build with? Or did he somehow terraform this into the environment? Oh, very well done. What do we got in here? All sorts of stuff on the shelves. We got some scrolls, some plants, some sort of a device there. Got a ladder in the corner, some sort of a booklet here. A gut rot flower outside, I'm assuming. Nice. I like that, like, potion thing. It's got like a vice that's like clamped on to the edge of the table. What is glitch building, guys? I've seen this term mentioned. I know he's here in the chat because I saw him earlier. Maybe he can give a better explanation of what that means. Beeblebum, I think someone was saying Beeblebum is a lot of glitch-based building. Maybe that could be explained in chat, and I can read it out to people because I don't know what it means. I've seen it mentioned a lot. I'm assuming what it means is you're somehow figuring out how to glitch out the environment to make things that you might not be otherwise able to make. But if someone wants to correct me on that, that would be great. What is this? Base Terminus Teleporter. Did he somehow... How do you... I'm not going to click that yet. Did he somehow... Like, you can shrink the porters down? Oh no! Where did we go? No, okay, that was it. That was totally what it was. Somehow, I've never seen a teleporter that small. That's a trip, dude. It's like inside the vase. Or the container, the vase container. Okay, this is pretty cool, man. And here we've got like this would be the sail front. We've got like a cash register back here. And a curtain. Oh, well done. Well done on this base. Oh, this is so cool. What's upstairs? Oh, this is like a therapy room or a hangout, chill session. There's a bed, couch, a couple of chairs. I like the planters on the wall, man. Man, I like all of this. These natural, like, shroom lights are really cool. Got a movie poster on the wall. Chest. Small but cozy. I like this place. Now, can we get back to the anomaly, or do we need to travel back into space and go there from here? I'm assuming we would need to go back to the anomaly again, which we could totally do. Ooh, that's kind of cool. A little mini sand pile thing. Ah, there it is. Beeblebum says, glitch building, taking advantage of the in-game build mechanics to place and scale building objects in positions where it would otherwise be impossible with conventional building techniques. So I wasn't incorrect, but that's a great explanation because it's way more than I would have known how to say. So shout out to Beeblebum. Somebody else said Beeblebum has some guides on his channel that explain how to glitch build. He said that's the shortest example I can explain. That's the perfect example. Quick menu back to the anomaly. What do you mean quick menu? I can go straight from here? I never knew I could do this, guys. That's something I learned just today. Cable Guy, thank you much for that tip. You can go back to the anomaly. I'm assuming this can only be used when you've directly used the anomaly. So if you've used the anomaly to teleport somewhere, you can then go back to the anomaly like that. Otherwise, you would have to fly there manually, correct? Return to space anomaly. We're going to go check out another building while we're here. The one we checked out the other day was really, really cool. Alright, so does that put us... It does not put us right back at the portal. We gotta run back upstairs really quick. We want to check out another one of these. Does anyone know in chat right now how many of these get... well, I guess there's two questions here. One would be, how often do they rotate the community featured builds, and how many do they showcase at a time? Because it looks like here, I'm recording this on August, what is the date today, guys? 5th, 2024. Like if we go into featured, it shows 5. Is it always 5? Or is it sometimes more than 5? Because I see 9 slots here. And how often do they rotate? So that was Apothecary. We already showed off E-Alpha the other day. Wizard's Rest, I did teleport to the other day, but I couldn't figure out how to get into his house. Because it's weird, because it like dropped me on top of his building. But then I saw the entry point later on. Oh, they don't cycle through that often? And they do 3 to 5? Okay. So there's no set limit. This guy's place looked really cool because it's like a floating island in the middle of the sky. But when I teleported here the other day, it put me on top of his building, and I could not for the life of me find the entry point. I still don't know exactly where it's at, but I do know that it's on the island. Oh, it did something weird again. So his teleporter is like funky. Oh, it put me inside this time. Last time it dumped me outside. So this time it put me inside. Hold on, let's go out. Where did I find the entry? Yeah, so he's got... Don't fall. This is like a floating island. I love the rain effect that we can hear right now. Beeblebum, I said I was once featured for like a year on one of my bases. It felt uncomfortable. Ooh, I like the clockwork design right there. Did somebody just land with a ship? I totally heard a ship landing. Alright, so this is the entry point. I do like the clockwork mechanisms right there. That's cool. Okay, we're coming inside. We've got a nice magical fireplace here. A little... The Atlas lava lamp is pretty dope, dude. What's with the flickering lights, man? This is a tiny little place, but it's cozy. Ooh, I like the... whatever kind of monster head that is. Bunch of flasks. What the frack is that, man? Like a giant ant or something? Okay, and then we have his base right here. So this one's pretty tiny, it looks like, compared to the other ones we've seen so far. The mushroom one wasn't very big either. The other one is really, really big. We might go back there on the way out, the one I saw the first time. How do I get out of here, though? Does he have another portal on the way out, just as a curiosity? Because every time I've portaled in, it's been to some weird location. So I don't know where he's got his portal. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Let's go back to Space Anomaly. Let's check another one. I saw a really cool video on TikTok this morning when I woke up at like 4 o'clock. Somebody had a landing platform underwater and a sub-vessel. They took off from a space station, did a nosedive onto the planet, plunged straight into the water, went down, landed their ship on an underwater platform, and then swam out and threw like this bubble of green light, and then they were inside an aquatic base, and I was just like, oh, that's dope. That's cool. Stuff like that is it's extremely inspiring and interesting to see. I've never really gotten too big into base building, but I think some of these games are going to end up sucking me in because this game's got some really cool stuff, and then also I didn't realize they had added I forgot they added all the Hobbit doors and Hobbit holes, like doors and windows and stuff in Shrouded. We've seen Wizard Dress, we've seen the Potions Apothecary. We're going to go check out E Alpha one more time on the way out, but let's check out the next one here. We've got this one called Last Egg from the First Dragon. It's a grassy... oh, this looks pretty impressive. It's a grassy planet. It's great inspiration for people who want to do base building in this game, to just show what it's capable of. I will say one thing though, if I'm going to do base building, I may end up switching over and doing the base building on the PC, just because in the past I have greater luck doing placement with mouse and keyboard as opposed to the controller, but I haven't really tried to get into base building too much here, so that'll be a decision I make later. Okay, we just ported into some weird location outside of this, so we want to start off by finding where the entry point is that we can get. There's definitely something missing here, probably, or is that like a hole that goes somewhere? I feel like that might be some geography issues. Oh, is this a frickin' maze? He's got a maze coming into his building? Oh, wow, hang on, look at that structure. Okay, so I bet if I go up and fly in my ship or something to get a better view of this place, this is probably going to look very mechanical from high up with the way he's got the maze set up here. Let's go find the entry point here. I'm assuming there's an entry point. Yeah, there's definitely weirdness going on there. I don't see any entry points down in the bottom here. Okay. There's definitely an interior here. Question is, how do you get in there? I'm trying to find a doorway. I wonder if there's a teleporter or something. Oop, 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 there's something right. See, I think these all lead to that right there. I passed it twice, says Falcons. What am I looking for, Falcons? There's like a crack right here. The doorway blends? Wow, okay. That... It's just a missing panel in the wall. Alright, well I must be missing something. Yes, I'm looking for the way in and way out. Yeah, I was trying to find a way in or way out. Because there's definitely these little cracks, but I don't see how I can get in there. Well, what I was looking for is if there was like some sort of an actual entryway. Greg says it might just be a architectural building. It might be. It looks like there's grass and stuff on the inside, so you might be right. I'm peeking through here. It might just be an architectural structure. Like, he's definitely got a platform in here. Yeah, I'd say this is just an architectural structure. Uh-oh, what was that sound? It doesn't sound good, I'm scared. Yeah, this is just an architectural structure. Oh, I missed the platform, because he's got his stuff, the stuff put up there. Oh no, I wasn't going into the maze. I just wanted to get in here to check it out from the inside. What is this thing right here? Buried mineral. Oh, I wonder if this is someone dug in and like that's how they got in and got out, was they dug in underneath or something. Right, I think it's only the entry to the labyrinth. Now the question is, can I actually get out of here? Let me out! Well, we can get out the other way. I didn't think about that being just an architectural structure as opposed to something you could fly around. I'm not running around in a maze, I'll tell you that much. Alright, let's go check out the other one we gotta see. And then I'm gonna have to go see if there's any more coffee, because I don't know if Chris left me any or not. Alright, what's the other one we got? Featured. The Butterfly House. Beeblebum says it's an art build, so no entries. Crisscross is pretty much known for extreme complex glitch building bases. Copy that. Nuno and Falcons are both talking about the doorway in the maze, yeah. Although that's pretty impressive though, the amount of work that went into building a maze like that. Oh, wow, I love the aesthetic on this place. The mountains and the blue light. We have a lake right here. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, it just like triggered into daylight. That was weird. Okay, this is pretty cool. Yeah, this is pretty cool. We've got like some mist, hot springs maybe, I don't know. And then we've got this. Is there a way down there via a stairwell, or is this just like a... Yep. That's what we got right here. This is what I was looking for. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh, look at that shit. Giant butterfly worm. Wow. Ha ha! Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is cool. This is really cool. Oh, we got like a rope suspension bridge. Don't eat me, Mr. Butterfly. Wow, very well done with like the ship landing pad and like the teleporter up top. This is very like, reminds me of some of the stuff you used to see in Myst. Okay, and then this is the interior. We've got a balcony here. Open floor plan. Another little balcony out here. And this leads directly out to like a little landing pad area with on the water. It's a Nomad exocraft. That's pretty cool. Exocraft modification. Oh, it's even got like a ramp that dives off into the water here. Well, this is pretty cool. I like this one. This one's pretty awesome. And to wrap it up, we'll go check out the one that I checked out the other day. Yeah, exactly. CS6, the time and effort involved, it is pretty amazing. Also, and someone said it earlier, and I don't, it got lost in the chat. You know, some of these people have had 8 years to perfect, you know, their base building techniques and get really good at this and find inspiration in other sources. And also, in some cases, you know, as an example, when I start building, I'm only going to have access to a very limited number of build materials and build structure pieces because I haven't unlocked them all. People who've been playing for 6, 7, 8 years have got access to way more than I do in terms of the bits and pieces that you can build with. They have a much bigger box of Legos than I do. My box of Legos is the one you buy at the store, and there's a like, so we've got the ones you buy from the store, and we went down to the Lego shop and we bought like, you know, $500 worth of just whatever they had in the bin. E-Alpha base. This has been my favorite so far. This one was really cool when I came here the other day. I was very impressed with this because it has like the sort of the Viking church theme with the main structure in the building, and then the walkway up going through like the garden. Very well done. So we'll go look at this, and then we're gonna wrap this part up, and we're gonna go back and we're gonna start exploring, looking for a water planet, because I really want to unlock that that quest line to start getting my aquatic parts. All right, people bum, have a good day, man. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. So there's this platform when you come in, and we've got water looking out, nice blue water. But then, like, this is what really impressed me, was this structure up on the hill, and then being able to walk up through here, going through the environment. I thought that this was extremely well done. So it's blended in. And then this structure, if you've never seen these ancient Viking church buildings, the side profile looks exactly the same as this. But he's obviously working with, he or she, I don't know who built this, but the person who built this obviously has taken the things they have within No Man's Sky to make it their own. And I just think this looks really freaking cool. Oh no! What happened? Critical damage. What just happened? What just happened, everybody? I've never died in this game. Literally, what just happened? Death by ship combat. I'm taking damage from Starfire. I'm taking damage again. I have no idea what that's all about. We were just coming here to check out somebody's base, and I've died twice. Are there death penalties in this game? All my stuff's taking... Okay, I may need to make sure PvP is off. I wasn't even aware PvP was a thing, guys. How do I turn that off? Just go into single player mode, maybe? I might be being griefed. It could be I'm being griefed. We're gonna go turn multiplayer off real quick, guys. Problem solved. Alright, so retrieve your belongings. I think I left multiple tombstones. How does that work? There's an allow PvP option too under network. Hold up. I did not know that. Oh, turn off. Fuck that. I hate PvP. I didn't even pay attention to that, guys. I had no idea that was a thing. I don't mind having multiplayer on, but I definitely want to have PvP turned off. Yeah, I don't want a PvP ever. Yay! So I have no idea if that was accidental or if I got trolled just now and someone stream sniped me. No clue. Ah! Somebody's shooting again. But now I got PvP turned off, so guess what? Question. Do I need to pick up my first... tombstone? Because that's the one that's got all the parts on it. Yeah, I have no idea if it's someone just randomly shooting this particular base because they're just shooting because they know people are coming here, or if it's somebody who's because I was coming here. I have no idea. I probably lost my inventory since I died twice without picking up the grave. Yeah, I have no idea. Possibly. Alright, well, we got sidetracked. I wanted to show this really cool base off, guys. I honestly, guys, I've been playing for a week and a half. I did not know that PvP was a thing in this game until just now. Like, I knew that multiplayer existed, but I didn't know that PvP was a thing. Okay, so I definitely lost all the stuff in my inventory. Nah. We'll go do some harvesting. It's not that big of a deal. Alright. This place is really cool, man. Look at this. I love the lighting. Holographic globe gadget. This is really cool. I want one of these. Like, for sure. I want one of these in my house. If you lost your inventory, reload your last save ASAP. That's a good call. So somebody else is taking damage now. So I think someone's just trolling this particular station because he just died. So I don't think that had anything to do with me. I think someone is just being a dick. Last autosave was from a little bit ago. I would do my last save point because that would be here. The autosave's only from a couple of minutes ago, and that was from before we died. So I haven't done anything other than hang out and talk with everybody while we've been playing. So I don't have a problem going back to the reload from 20, 30 minutes ago. Because the autosave was like 2 minutes ago, and I don't think it'd be... There we go. So, thank you for the tip on reloading. Also, thank you for the tip on turning PvP off. And that is the conclusion of my Let's Go Check Out Community Bases video, with a warning at the end to anyone who might choose to do the same as what I just did to go check out the community bases. Make sure to turn PvP off before you go, otherwise you might have that happen to you. I did not know that was a thing. This is what comes with being a new player in No Man's Sky. We learn something new every day. That was a brilliant tip about reloading to get our inventory stuff back, so thanks for that. So this will be a clipped out video. So if you're watching this in episodic format, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams at 11 a.m. on YouTube and Twitch. And for everybody else, we're going to keep going here. But I need a drink before we go. I know, none of us knew what was going on, guys. It was like, was that a bug? Are we being trolled? Is someone else trolling? Like, I think it was just someone up. I think it was just someone up in space being a dick, just shooting a community build because they know people are coming in and just like killing people for fun. I don't think it had anything to do with me personally, because other people died. Check my settings now. Oh, yeah, that's a good call, Mark. Make sure that it didn't reset my PvP settings and everything. Thank you for having me check that, Mark, because it totally reset my PvP settings. Turn off. That was a good tip. Thank you, Mark Collins. And Eskrek also said the same thing. Programmer says, yeah, troll for sure. But also I learned some valuable things in that episode. 1, turn PvP off. 2, you can reload to get your inventory stuff back. And 3, if you have a corpse or a grave, if you have a gravestone with stuff on it, but then you die again, it always goes to your last gravestone, so you can lose items that way. Perfect. Oh. Geets the Nerd said, as an FYI, in the anomaly on the left side parking area, there's a floor teleporter. I did not know that. I've been running the whole time. Left side. Like left side facing up here, or left side facing out? Is that it right there? Did you just save me like 30 seconds of runtime every time I go up here? Oh, fuck me. We've now learned like 4 or 5 things in rapid fire in like the last 10 minutes. Thank you. Oh, that's brilliant. You know, I think I probably took this thing down one of these days and didn't pay attention that you could do a return trip. That's what happens when you over-medicate before you play, guys. You don't remember shit. Alright, I need a drink. I'll be right back. Chair stream. Hey man, Chair's got to earn a living too. All right. I totally did not need that donut. But it was staring right at me when I went and got my drink, so who am I to deny the wishes of the donut to be eaten? All right. Let me answer a couple comments over here on YouTube because I had a whole bunch of stuff going live this morning. I checked my email one more time. And then we're going to go start searching for a water planet because I want to see if I can't unlock this quest. If you're tuning in for the first time today, don't forget I am multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Every time I'm live, I'm in both places, so you can watch where you want. But the day-to-day does happen over on YouTube, so lots of videos happen throughout the day when I'm not live. There's no way I'm going to be able to answer all these comments. I've got a Lord of the Rings Online video that went viral, and my video this morning from the Paradise Planet. There's like already like 150 comments. There's no way I'm doing this. I'm going to ignore that. We'll get back to the stream here, guys. Sorry, I thought it was only like 3 or 4 things, and then I refreshed the page, and it was like, oh shit, no, there's a whole lot more. So we'll answer those after. What's up, Stu versus Gaming? Bethel says, just finished the Lotro Bree introductions area as a champion. Loving it so far. It's very much like World of Warcraft Classic. Slow pace, not total hero of the world. Correct, Bethel. It's got a very slow pace. And they added landscape difficulty, I think, last year, which means you can now go in and set your own difficulty for Lord of the Rings Online. So if you want to play it solo mode, super casual, face roll over everything, you can do so, or you can crank the difficulty up to where you need to have a group of friends to do everything, even the overland content. And if I remember the press release from last year when they launched landscape difficulty, if you start a brand new character from scratch and set it on like hardcore mode, you can actually earn a whole bunch of extra titles and some gear and some stuff related to surviving the game on like on the higher difficulty levels. So there's a lot of really cool stuff in Lotro, even though it is an older game. All right, Mike says, did you finish the main Artemis quest line? I think you might have to complete that before Dreams of the Deep quest line will trigger. I could be wrong. Thanks for the subscription on Twitch, Bethel. Appreciate the support. I did not finish it, Mike, but I read everything I read online said after the 16-16-16 quest, it's supposed to trigger after that, and that was the 7th quest line in the series, which I did like a week ago. So that's why I'm not sure, because I've done way more. I've done way more quests in the Artemis series. I have not finished the Artemis series. But I'm already past the point that everyone says it should have popped up, which means it's probably one of the ones that I ignored popping up when I was in a pulse drive, thinking that it was just another trader or something. So, correct. No, Oshimi says, I got Dreams of the Deep before I reached a new galaxy. I guarantee you, I received a message and ignored it, because I have ignored like 15 or 20 of those, you know, you're in pulse drive space or whatever, and it's like, leave pulse drive space to check the anomaly or the communication or whatever. So maybe what I need to do is this quest right here, the space anomaly. If I track that quest, maybe go to maybe go to that planet or that space station, and then maybe travel around in that space in pulse drive. Maybe we'll see something. If not, I'm at a loss. I really don't know how to get it yet. The other thing I could do is maybe check what planet you're supposed to go to, unless it's random, to find Artemis's gravestone or whatever. Exactly, Brett. That was my thing. Was like, dude, I've gotten stopped like 10 times by the stupid traders. I don't want your stuff. So I thought they were all traders. So I didn't pay attention to anything else that's come through since then. And that apparently was a mistake. And now I'm trying to track something down that is only happening apparently through one of these communications in hyperspace. Well, out of curiosity, I guess we have to be in pulse drive to do it. Have I reached the Pioneer milestone? Yes, I have. Pretty sure, because I think the Atlas questline required me to be at the Pioneer. How do I check what milestones I've got, Programmist? Oh, that's a short jump. There's nothing going to trigger on a short jump like this. Do we have any far away places I can jump to that would, like, keep me in pulse drive? Ah! At this point, I'm just traveling, trying to see if I get something that pops up while I'm in space. Yeah, I want to do the missions, Mark, because I like storyline. So for me, it's just going to be about figuring out how to get that quest. All right, that was a really cool VFX that just happened as we were traveling. Hang on, I better slow down. I can't see shit. I do not want to crash into the ground here. Okay, there we go. There's a page in your pop-up catalog where you can click on the bottom left aisle. Okay, hang on. That would be here. Catalog. Bottom left icon for milestones. How do I see all of them? What would that be under? Like, exploration milestones? Yeah, overall journey is Viking right now. How do I see these though? Correct. That's why, Noshimi, I want to get all the stuff for doing the Dreams of the Deep quest line. I just gotta figure out how to trigger it. How do I see which ones are the ones I've done before? What's up? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Entonces, tú vas en Pochi. Okay. Okay. Para regresar. Okay. Lleva tu phone contigo para emergencias. Alright, te veo. Sí, está perdiendo. Okay. Entiendo, entiendo. Ah. Así es, así es. Mm. Alright, te veo en como 30 minutos. Alright, Chris has got to step out. Yeah, that's what I thought, Noishimi. Because I've almost hit the Viking, which I think is the next one. I definitely don't have it in my log. Because someone was asking earlier, there's nothing in here that's related to this. So my question is just how do I figure out where to get it? This place is really interesting looking as an FYI. It's a rainy planet. Very cool. Alright, well, what I don't want this to turn into is a boring stream where I run around for an hour trying to find something that doesn't want to be found. So we'll do a little bit more of trying to get this to trigger, and if it doesn't, we're going to go do something else. Because I'm kind of at a loss on what we need to do. Programmer says I'm checking if there's a way to trigger it. Man, I couldn't find any information this morning. Someone suggests triggering it by warping to a new star. All right, let's try it. Hang on, does it have to be a new star, or can it be someplace where I've already been? This one has water on it, so maybe this is a good place. Mark Collins says it triggers at 40 warps, getting the Pioneer level. I don't know that I've done 40 warps. If it's 40 warps, I've done... maybe I have done 40 warps. It says new title, you've visited 15 systems. So if I've only visited 15 systems, I've definitely only done about 15 warps. Because what is this that just popped up? That's what we were just doing, Beffel. I didn't understand what we were looking at. Oh, it says warped 31 times. Hang on, go back. How do I see that again? How come they change? Oh, there it goes. So if you hover over it. So if I have to warp 40, see that I haven't seen anywhere online that says you have to warp 40 times though. It just said you finished the 7th quest in the Artemis storyline, and that's when it triggers. And then if that's true that I have to warp 40 times, then I still got to do another 9 warps. One Numenal says in the wiki, it says after concluding the 1616, that's the one I read, or getting Pioneer and warping to his system. But I've definitely got Pioneer, and I've just warped into his system. Do I have to then pulse to a planet or something? Like to get it while I'm in... Hang on. Somebody just said something important. I need to back out of this. Mark says it just said you were scout rank. Or Mike said that. Mike LaRusso. How did you see that? I thought it meant Pioneer for something else. Hold that thought. Where did you see scout? Exactly. There's like confusing information on what might trigger it. Well, now I'm trying to find it again because these appear to change when you're hovering over them. Overall journey, space exploration, Voyager. How do I see... Oh, that one. Okay, gotcha. The one that popped up on my... Explorers Guild, Voyager, 3150. 31 of 40 systems discovered. To travel to a new system. Well, we're going to need warp fuel. Yeah, I might need to just finish the Atlas missions too, Beavis. That's totally legit. Like, I just don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. Rather than trying to, like... Programmer says the mysterious message appears when you warp into a new system. It should also re-trigger after completing the Artemis storyline. So I have to complete the Artemis storyline? Because technically I'm still working on the Artemis storyline. Because I'm supposed to construct the Mind Arc. Which honestly, I don't know if I have the... Do I have the blueprint for that? I do. We need a soul engine, a loom, living pearl, and glass. Okay, that's going to be a lot of resource harvesting. Jump 9 more times to see what happens. I don't know if I have enough... I don't have enough fuel to do 9 jumps. I'd have to make some more fuel, which means we would need to go back to our base. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, we're gonna go back to the main base and, do some crafting, because I need to make warp fuel. What's up? Huh? Nadie. ¿Está todo dentro? ¿Y Frodo? ¿Todos están dentro? Okay.
Technology recharge.
Do I have enough to make any more? So they're all inside. Okay. Okay. All right. Be careful.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, let's just. It might be the quickest and easiest for me to just do 9 warps. We may have to stop and make some more warp fuel, but let's just try this and see what happens. It has to be new systems, though, right? And I wonder if it matters, like, new systems for me? Either way, we're just going to go in one direction and see what happens. I feel like Bilbo Baggins. Going on an adventure! Small jumps? That's probably a good tip. I just went for a long jump just then. Burning up a bunch of fuel. Silver. Boo. Let's look at small jumps. I would need to go to... It's free mode, right? Free explore. This is a small jump, right? Can I zoom in? Yeah. Oops, that's not. There we go. That's a small jump. Okay. That's 2. Nope. There we go. That one right there. This is 3. We're gonna see what we can see. Wow, this is kind of cool looking. An icebound planet. This place is all green, man. Infested paradise. The last one we looked at that was an infested paradise had worms on it, man. Temperate planet. Interesting. Yeah, it kind of looked like Earth a little bit. Alright. What do we got that's close to here? Nope, that's not close. This was number 4, I think. Can always go in the panel and look, I guess. Okay, that's number 4. Hang on, how did I get the map to go in? Oh, there we go, it's this button. Never mind. Herpaderper. Nope. Over here. Hyperdrive has no fuel. Alright. Activated planet always means storm, says Mark Collins. Okay. Well, we gotta make some more fuel right now. By the way, let's check the... Where did I see that? It was... Yeah, we've done 35. We need to do 5 more jumps. right? I think that's right. 5 more jumps. Okay, so I need a little bit more juice. Some more gas in the tank. I know what's wrong with it. I ain't got no gas in it. I make these one at a time because I just don't know that I have enough stuff in them.
Technology recharge.
Let's see what we can do here. Let's make 3 more. Let's make 3 of those if I can. Let's see if I can make 3 antimatter housings.
Technology recharge.
Okay. And at the very least, if this doesn't work, I'll just go keep working on the Artemis storyline and hopefully eventually come across it. But I had a bug up my butt this morning because I went online last night, was looking it up, and that was the first thing I did when I rolled out of bed this morning was I parked my ass down here and was like, how do I get this quest? Let's fly around and try to unlock it. This is an interesting looking place. It's all like sky blue. Not like a sky blue, more like a topaz. Alright, next. Yeah, apparently, yeah. That's a cool looking planet right there. A worm-ridden planet. Look at that nebula looking shit right there. That's cool, man. One time when I was a young man, I traveled across the stars in my little starter ship. Ooh, another Earth-looking planet. Or at least big body of water. Fiery Dreadworld. It doesn't look fiery from here. It looks watery. Colin says if you find an FPF system, 5 PF system with water, check the planets, especially if they have 6 planets including moons. I'll never remember. I got 1 more to go, 1 more jump. Journey milestone accomplished. Pioneer. Yes, I am Lord of the Apes. Hunting dreams of the deep. That's exactly what I'm doing. So, we have now done that part. Now what I don't know is, do we warp 1 more time? Or do we go into... Do we... Is it going to be one of those ones that just pops up, or is it going to be one that only happens when you're in pulse travel? That's something I don't know. All right. What did that say? Grassy planet. All right, so it might pop up. All right, so we need to go one more time, just to double check. And if this isn't the case, then it's probably just related to me working on the. I'm out of fuel. Fuck. All right, hang on. Rastum says just wanted to say hello. I always love how cool the planets look. I'm very pleased with how the planets look. Mike Larissa says it says the next warp after the Pioneer milestone. One Numenil says, according to the wiki, warping to a new system after achieving the milestone. All right, well, we're going to find out if that's the case. I might have to go deeper into the Artemis storyline. Either way, at the very least, we've ruled out, or not ruled out, but at the very least, we've fulfilled one of the things that the internet says we have to have done, which is the Pioneer milestone. All right, we're doing the warp. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a galaxy to the left and a star system to the right. Anything? I don't see anything popping up, so we might just have to follow the Artemis storyline a little bit. Oh, signal established. Fuck me, that was it. They left us. Maybe this was it. Let's find out if this was it. Duty bound to follow them, but I know where it will end. If you receive this, follow my coordinates and secure the site in case I don't make it back. Please input coordinates. Okay. My starship processes the coordinates from the strangest message. The transmission has decayed over time, but the location appears to be valid. Dreams of the deep. Fuck yeah! Thanks everybody. I appreciate the tips. Everybody working together to try to figure out what was the trigger. Because the wiki says after the 16-16-16 quest. Shit, am I getting scanned? Pirates! Leave me alone!
Warning. Threat detected. Hostile ships approaching.
Here we go. I just did an achievement. I have no time to check what that is. Attain Astoria status and ships destroyed. Any more? That's right! That's right! Alright. Let's go to my log. Dreams of the Deep. The starship has intercepted a strangely changed signal requesting those who hear it to investigate a nearby location. Alright, that is over here. Approximate location. I'm a close ally with the Vikeen now. This is what I really wanted to start working on, because this gets me, obviously there's the main story that I still want to do, but this starts getting me like the sub and aquatic parts for my base building, everything else. This was definitely what I wanted to do. Thank you guys. I appreciate the help, everybody, this morning. Team effort. Lord of the Apes says they've changed the requirements for the trigger a couple of times over the years. Originally it was the quest and 50 warps, but they dropped the quest requirements a long time ago. There's a knowledge stone right around here, wasn't there? Like right on top of it, just to grab it to get a word. I don't see it now. Ouch! Don't jump into the cacti, perhaps? Ooh, giant flying beetle creatures. Oh, that's what we're looking for right there. Oh no, hello. What the fuck just happened there? I fell into a hole. Mommy! I'm scared. Mark Collins says, Dreams the Deep best tip. Use your starship to travel to destinations where you could be traveling your sub for hours. I would be stuck if I only did the 1616 quest. Correct. That's correct, Farfuffle. Yeah, I've got aquajets on my existing ship, so... Okay, we're at a relay tower. Extract nanites. Okay. If you are listening, you've likely found our final log. I leave this trace as a memory of my fallen friends and a warning to others who may end up on our path. I cannot deny myself the vain hope that someone may find me, though I beg you, do not follow. The haunting transmission ends. I notice the stranger has left behind an upgrade module for the aeration membrane. Collect the upgrade module. Its installation history contains the serial number of its owner's starship. Perhaps I ought to follow. Press A to begin installation. Do I have that yet? The aquatic, yeah, aeration membrane right there. So, hang on. What does the log say? Open the inventory. Oh, it's because I've herped and derped. It's this thing right here. Install. A supremely powerful upgrade for the exosuit aeration membrane. Use X to begin switch. Drastically improved several times underwater. We're gonna put that right here, maybe. Let's see here. Right now it's, oh, it requires fuel. It's at 100% right now. Unparalleled improvements. It doesn't actually tell me how much it improves though. 34% right now. No, I wanted to move it into the hybrid. 34%? No, it's still 34%. Huh. What if I move... 67%? We're gonna we'll leave that there. Alright. Mark's comment. You're doing well. You're now only 4,480 hours behind me in the game. Yes, I think I just crossed like 25 hours today, perhaps. I don't think it shows me here unless I go out to the title screen. I'm around 25-ish hours. Lord of the Apes says, until now, using your ship could be just as long as using the sub if you had bad luck with island placement. After my first time, I've always made sure I had all 3 engine upgrades when I started. Yeah, I don't know what any of that means. I'm assuming I'm going on a trip. The signal both begged and warned away from rescue attempt. Use the scanner to follow in their footsteps. Is that going to be on this planet, I wonder? Starship signal. Follow the trace signal. Oh, we're going off planet, aren't we? This little ship's done me well so far, guys. Decaying nuclear planet. See, these are the ones where if I exit Pulse, this is what I kept getting confused by, because like that quest line wasn't part of this. It was like a random message coming in. I thought I was looking for something in Pulse Drive space, like this stuff. I am gonna check what he has just for. Oh, I can't repair. I don't have metal plating. Sorry, buddy. Sucks to be you. It's like in Starfield. It's like you come across the school bus, ship that's got the lady's got like all the kids on board, and she's like, "Our hyperdrive's malfunctioning. I need 25 repair parts." And it's like, who the hell travels with 25 repair parts? Whatever number it was. It's like, I've only got like 4. Noah Shimmy says, if it says object of interest, it's usually a ship, but if it says anomalous object, it might be worth to stop. All right, that's a good tip right there. Thank you. Understanding the difference between those two. All right, I can't really see anything here. Let's get through the Atmo. Oh my god, I'm so terrified. I can't see anything. Oh, well, we got land or something right over here. Oh shit, that's water. Ah! Oh, are we diving? Are we going for a dive? I'd say we're going for a dive. Can I land to begin search? Alright guys, I'm legit terrified of deep water in real life, so hopefully I don't get triggered.
Radiation protection falling.
Is that the shadow of my ship right over there? Alright, it says extreme storm, and I'm taking some pretty significant damage. What am I looking for? Some sort of storm is affecting me.
Technology recharge.
Weird, because I'm underwater.
Radiation protection falling.
Don't see anything yet.
Weather
Oh,
update.
that's it,
Storm clearing.
right? Storm's clearing. Air circulator.
Technology recharge.
Shit. What else do I have that I could?
Technology recharge. Radiation protection.
I don't have a ton of oxygen left. I'm gonna have to get on that.
Recharge.
Really low on oxygen. Alright, see you, Lord of the Apes. Thanks for stopping in. Radiation goes through water, says Fosho. Okay. Norishima says sometimes water can be irradiated. Okay. Beavis Jones said, I didn't have the aquajets for this mission. No close islands. Long time swimming. Programmer says you'd be in trouble if you played VR. Alright, most of the crew are dead. Only those of us already suited up when the asteroid hit survived the initial decompression. We were lucky the smaller starships were able to get clear before the hull imploded. None of our ships have hyperdrive capability. We should be able to retrieve the blueprints from the freighter's main databank, though it appears to have crashed in the deep ocean. Thankfully, we still have the plans for the Nautilon. Ooh, download the Nautilon plans. Nautilon chamber and marine shelter. Deep water survival module and a submarine docking bay. Sweet! Alright. Now, quick question, everybody. Do I want to do that on this planet? Is that where I want to build this? Prime Nemesis D19. Compare it. Claim it for later. That's a good tip.
Radiation protection.
Okay. You don't have to build on a specific place unless it tells you. Construct the Nautilus. The crashed ship contains blueprints for a submarine. Construct the chamber to launch the submarine. Pin the blueprints. Establishing an underwater base may aid in construction. Well, if I have the option where to do this, I'm going to take this back to my home planet. The base that I was establishing where I want to build my underwater base. And I'll build that stuff there. If it doesn't matter. But it sounds to me from the storyline that they crashed here. So wouldn't I need the hang on, I'm reading through chat. I'm getting sidetracked. Wouldn't it suggest that I need to stay on this planet because the next step of the next quest is going to be here on this planet? I don't know. Because what I don't want to do is travel all the way back and then have to come all the way back here. Although I do need to go up here and grab the space station anyway.
Shield down.
Launch thruster. Man, I bet I don't have the stuff to take off from this. Hermetic seal, metal plating. Any water planet? Okay. What was that? Hermetic seal? Metal plating. Metal plating. Hermetic seal.
Component repaired. Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Okay, I think I also have to do the pulse drive if I'm not mistaken. Or the launch thruster. It was the pulse drive and the launch thruster. I need pure ferrite and dehydrogen jelly. Dehydrogen jelly. What was the other one? Pure ferrite. I think I'm gonna have to use ferrite dust to do that. Oops, there's some right there. I think it said 50? Yeah. Yeah, I know, guys. I know I don't have to, but I'm here and I've got the supplies, so. I think it said 50. I'm going to do 100 just in case.
Weather warning. Incoming.
Radioactive supercell approaching? Shit, we better hurry up.
Component repaired.
That's it. That's all we need to take off, right?
Extreme radiation detected.
I'm assuming this is the way to the surface. Let's get the frack off of this planet. Let's go up to the space station.
Extreme radiation detected.
Nomishimi said, I did this mission in tiny segments, and every time I focused on it, it just told me to go to the nearest water planet. Okay. You can summon directly from your summons vehicle section. Okay, cool. So I could have summoned my other ship, but it would have come up to the surface right above me. Or would I have needed to swim up first? Somebody may have answered that in the chat already, and I apologize if you already answered that. Because like if I'm underwater and I want to summon my normal ship, it can't come underwater. So do you need to swim up first? Or if you summon it from down there, does it just appear on the surface? Alright, does this have any goodies that I want to strip out? Hyperdrive, deflector shield, photon cannon. That's a Class A deionized. What, you know, if you're looking at stripping things out to repair for other things, I mean, how do you determine whether or not something is worth it? I remember somebody said the other day that Class S or X or something. Like, what is the minimum level of something that we would consider worthy enough to strip out and repair to like put on one of your other ships? That thing's pretty hideous. Definitely not keeping that. Yeah, it's hideous. Oh my god, like there's no way I'm keeping that. Although I will say that ship looks kind of cool. That's like a Battlestar Galactica ship with bunny ears. That one looks more like the Vipers over there. The EQ6 Boreal. S class is what you want to look for. S Greg says A, Beavis says S. So maybe A is like the minimum. Programmer says only S class. Okay. AS or X says CS6. Mark Collins says 99% of ships are for scrap value only. That's what I've found so far. Scrap it. All right, while we're here, don't let me forget, we need to grab the exosuit upgrade. How much money am I up to? How do you see... How do you see how much cash you have? Because that gave me 2.5 million for selling that. Because I don't get this up here. It says I have 2,332 units. 232,000 units. But I just sold that ship for 2.5 million. So I'm not quite sure how that works. Like, how do you see how much cash you have? Yeah, it didn't update my units. That was weird. You already got back? That was quick. Oh, and you went in a taxi. I forgot. Well, it's the same thing. Do those have seats? Oh no. These have shells. I don't want those. I can't do that. No. No. I'm not gonna do that. Nope. I'll do that off stream. I'm not gonna eat those on stream. No, sir. Okay, I'm not. I can't do that on stream, Chris. Those are messy. It's like pumpkin seeds or something. I'm not gonna do that on a stream. Oh, so it put it in my inventory, so I have to sell these. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Hyperdrive module. What'd you give me? It's a moderate. Probably nothing fancy. Stash it for now. I don't need that. Okay. Oops. Recycled circuitry. Subatomic regulators. Spool of nanocables. Anything else? I think that was it. So now it shows. That's what it was. I had to sell, guys. I didn't realize that it... I thought when you scalp the ship or whatever, it would just put the credits right in your inventory, but it puts the items in your inventory that you then have to sell. Okay. Thank you, guys. Chad Bryan says you got to sell the parts in the Galactic Trade Terminal. Figured that one out by trial and error, but thank you. Carol Pivarnik says parts of your inventory. Everybody's yelling at me while I was looking at it. Awesome. DLC, some no expensive part inventory that you can sell. Access to items you can sell this from the ship scraps. Also sell the low-cut upgrades for nanites. Yep. Alright, I think... if I'm not mistaken... that was all I needed to sell for now. So let's go back to my island planet. Because I'm an island boy. And build us something underwater and see if I like what I see. Krakus said I thought the same thing and I was fuming until I looked at my inventory. I know, I was like, God damn it, where'd the money go? 2.5 million credits. I'm broke. Give me the money. Yeah, because I was down to 200,000 because I've been spending the last ship I sold, which was like, I don't know, a few sessions ago. I didn't realize that it always did that. It just sticks the parts in your inventory. And I had, I've already spent all that money buying upgrades for my exosuit and my inventory. Alright, we are on my home base, and somewhere down in here, I don't know where I want to do it though yet, so... Question, do you take fall damage when you jump into water, everybody? Before I jump off here? I would hate to jump off and like face plant on the water on a live stream. It might be entertaining for y'all. Only one way to find out, says Bethel. Fuck you, man. You just want to see me die. Alright. You're right. There is just one way to find out. Hopefully it's not too dark. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Leroy Jenkins! Oh, well there's cliffs. Ah! So I took damage, but I don't know if that was from the cliffs or the water surface. Alright, so here's the underside of my little island. And what I would like to do is put something right down in here underneath it. But I don't know if I have the parts to build. I should have checked that before I jumped down in here. Oh, I need oxygen. Shit, I forgot about that, guys. I like have almost no oxygen left. I need to go hunt down some oxygen. Okay, go back to my log. Construct the Nautilin. Nautilin chamber. So this is for... That's a module. Can be deployed rapidly in the seabed in the event of an oxygen or other exosuit life support emergency. Provides temporary shelter from environmental hazards, protect predators and other hostile forces. So that's something different. This is what it wants me to build. A Nautilin chamber. I don't want to put this straight underneath. Because, oh, this is a tiny little thing. Alright, well, I need stuff. Hold that thought. Pen details. Okay. Well. Kelp sacks? I definitely need that. Oops, wrong thing. Mining beam, please. Okay. How many of those did I need? Underground rock deposits. Never mind. I thought it was kelp sacks or something different. All right. I need to probably... Yeah, I need to go get some oxygen probably before I do anything, because I'm like out of oxygen completely. And I'm going to need it for like prolonged exploration, so I need to go over here and do some... What are you, creature? Creature of the sea. Scan a bunch of stuff right now while we're down here. Abyssal horror? That doesn't sound good. Oh my god, what are you guys, like little piranhas? Run away! Alright, let's summon my ship, because I need to, we gotta go do some, we got to go do some harvesting. So we're gonna go to the mainland here. Far away from my... I'm gonna go back over here to my the arrival base that I had. We'll do some harvesting over here, because this is far enough away from where I'm currently building. We'll just hit the shoreline here and go do some resource harvesting. Oh yeah, there probably is, Beavis. I'm just herping derping and going to the land because I kind of know what the ones in the land look like. Also, weirdly enough, when I do the scan, how come on land it shows the markers, but it doesn't show markers for anything under the water? By the way, these totally have oxygen. As well as cytophosphate! Animals! Creatures! They probably are like pissed at me because I blew up their home. This is when your aim sucks. Alright, it disappeared. Sorry, little creatures. Like, blew up your home and you get all pissed. Anyway, what I was saying was, when you go on land, you get like the... Are those going to come out every time? I'm assuming they're going to attack me. Yeah, they're totally doing damage to me. Ouch. Okay, that kind of hurt. Hey, this is one of those things that's got the, I remember this. I did this the other day. And we needed some of these for the quest. God, are they gonna follow me forever? Guys, come on. It's nothing personal. You've definitely had markers underwater, says Krakus. Nominal says you install a scanner on your sub. So because I don't have an underwater scanner, it's not going to show me... Well, it does now, but only, those aren't like... That's different. Because if I do the scan... What does that plus green sign mean? Harvested oxygen sac? Do I literally harvest that? Replenishes oxygen. Okay. What's that over there? Is that one of those save things? Save chart. Alright, let's go back on land. Scan one more time. Yeah, because like none of these are showing up on scans. It's like... Like when I do it up here, you get the hydrogen crystals, the oxygen markers. You don't get them for everything, but you do get them for some things. Alright, I'm gonna probably have to scan everything on this planet. I've scanned some stuff on my home island. By the way, is there a set timer for how long it takes stuff to repopulate? Like to regrow and stuff? Holy crap, this new scanner does a ton of more damage. The new multi-tool, I should say. What is this? Hang on, what's that? Carbon and oxygen. Man, there's some stuff that's in the grass you can't even see it. What's that thing? Alright, you, I know I can gather stuff from. Oh, come on now. Couldn't get it. Click! Gassy pod! Get the gassy pod! Noroshimi says you can get upgrades for your scanner that will let you get more units for scanning things. It's a pretty easy and passive way to get money. Cool. Those things too far away to scan? Nope, I got it. Hey, by the way, is Just Jim here today? I haven't seen him say anything in chat, but I'm asking just for curiosity's sake, because yes, this morning when I was looking for information on that Just Dreams, the quest that we got, the Dreams quest, right, that we're working on to craft the Nautilus Chamber, I actually found his. He had some videos up that I found this morning. I know he's been hanging out a lot in chat, but I hadn't seen him pop in today. But just I was wondering if maybe he was lurking. Give it a shout out since I found one of his videos. Programmus threw me a video the other day, I think as well, of a base that he was building. Shout out to everybody. I've also had some people sending me stuff in Discord as well. I want to say that I've been very genuinely surprised. There've been some really helpful souls for everything we've been working on so far. You don't always get that with every game you play. Some games you do. Most communities, you know, you get a lot of helpful souls. Hang on, what are those things? Can I harvest those? No. You know, you get a lot of helpful souls in many games, but not all games are equal. Thankfully, one of the things that I've avoided so far is I have not had a lot of in some games you'll get people who get really cranky if you don't do things a very specific way. And I have not seen that been the case so far for the most of the videos I've been producing for No Man's Sky. I have had a few people who have tried to gatekeep, but it's usually really the normal stuff that you would find in a lot of other long-term communities, like, you shouldn't be allowed to create videos, you're only 20 hours into the game, why are you creating a video on this subject? Fuck you, go away and come back when you've got 5,000 hours. But that has not been the case for most of the things I've been seeing so far, so I want to say shout out to everybody for being so welcoming to the noob. What are these? I guess those are not harvestable. Spaceballs! That's what we're harvesting today. Ooh, what are you? You are a creepy looking critter. Have I got the survey device? I don't know. Like this device? No, that's... I don't know. Weapon charge depleted. At least I'm starting to get some oxygen stockpiled again, because I was out.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Definitely need to get more. Programmer says it's the beauty of this game. You can play how you want and don't follow any rules. Super Pescado says, I have hundreds of hours in the game. You just showed me something I didn't know. Man, we learned earlier today. We learned like 5 new things. I learned like 5 new things, and then last night or yesterday, I forget when we did it. My streams are all muddled together. I think it was yesterday's stream. Someone showed how to. It was something to do with the. Oh, you could switch the scan and run buttons on the controller for the Xbox. And somebody was like, "I've been playing for 5 years and I didn't know that." So everybody's learning stuff. Oh, that was a new material that I hadn't uncovered yet. Scanned. Ah! What the hell is that thing that just jumped up? Come back, little whatever you are. Oh, come here. What are you? Something. A pebble animal? You didn't know, Super Pescata says, I didn't know you could pick oxygen off the killer plants. I was dude, I was shooting them on site also until about 5 or 6 days ago when someone was like, hey, did you know you can grab those little oxygen modules? And I was like, oxygen modules? What are you talking about? And they like run up to it, those little red balls. I was like, I'll be damned. I had no clue. Alright, we may be getting enough stuff together we can go back and work on building this thing. Other than salt, I don't know how to get salt yet. Alright, we need 5 metal plates. Target suite to locate crystal sulfide. There's some right there. Same thing with this. Like, I didn't know that I could, like, grab these 3 crystals off the side of these things and then they explode. So I was like, you gotta go in, grab, let it explode, run away, go in, grab, let it explode. And then someone says there's 3 every time. Alright, now I need to gather salt from underwater rock deposits. I wonder if it's any rock deposits. Programmer says last year, after thousands of hours, even Beeblebum found out that you can grab oxygen from underground toxic plants and kill them instead of just mining them. One Numinal says salt is abundant underwater as well as phosphorus. Is it like, is it going to come out of the rocks when I harvest them? Yep, salt. We're looking for these pillar-looking things. These I don't want to shoot because they hatch those like little creatures, man. Oh shit! You get a lot of salt from these. Oh damn it! I've got those little thingies again. Leave me alone! Where's my ship? Where's my ship? Whatever, let's get out of the water. Mark Collins says a survey device scans for hotspots of mineral gases. I may have to, that might be something I do long term now that I'm starting to set up a base here. Alright, there's my ship. You totally take damage when hitting water. Alright, that's good to confirm. Alright, let's go. over to my island base. I'm getting reported to the Sentinels for destruction of the natural wildlife. Alright, let's come around the back side here. To our tasty little landing pad that we installed yesterday morning. It's the only thing I've done so far is put the teleport in the landing pad here. It is a good planet, Super Pescado. I did a video this morning about this planet and my plans for the build that I'm going to be working on for my first planetary base ever. So if you want to check that out, I don't know if you got a chance to check that out yet. It's over on YouTube. That was this morning's video. Also, by the way, for those of you who haven't watched it yet, we did a Lotro in 2024, Lord of the Rings Online in 2024 video that came out today. And tomorrow I've got an extended look at Update 3 for Enshrouded coming out tomorrow morning. Matter of fact, let me go check my emails really quick. We'll see. I know that Keen Games has talked to me about. I think they're going to use some. They're using some part of the video that I'm doing tomorrow. They said they're going to use something to like showcase on their Steam page for Enshrouded. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know exactly what they're using, but I do know they reached out. By the way, there's more information on YouTube. I did a members video about some opportunities that just came through, and that's one of the things. Super secret stuff, though. It's kind of cool. We're getting big enough growth at the channel now that I've got brands reaching out wanting to do stuff. So it's been, I mean, it's nice to get free keys for games. That's kind of cool. But most of the keys I get offered are kind of shit. Every once in a while I'll find a gem in there, like Robin Hood Sherwood Builders. That was a really cool crafting survival game, crafting survival RPG base building game. That if you haven't played it yet, I've got a bunch of. I did a review on it. Did the Xbox version, the Game Pass version for the PC as well. That was a lot of fun. That was a free key that I got given. So every once in a while I'll get good ones, but most of the stuff I get offered is BS. And I still to this date have yet to take any sponsored deals on the channel. But we're getting offers now, and it's been very interesting. So I know Enshrouded, Keen Games has featured my stuff 4 or 5 times now in some of their update videos. I remember the first time it happened, I didn't even say anything about it, and like I was on TikTok and somebody like popped into one of my videos and was like, "Hey, isn't this you over in the Enshrouded update video?" And I was like, "Let me go see it." It was our multiplayer group. They had pulled some footage out of one of our multiplayer streams, and I was like, "That's fucking awesome, man." It's kind of cool to, you know, I've done this before in my previous job because Chris and I were travel influencers for like 8 years, public speakers and influencers into the travel space. So I've done the whole influencer gig before and sponsored gigs and press tours and public speaking and doing the conferences and all that other stuff. But it's really cool to be getting to that point now after like 2.5 years of, you know, full-time streaming and content creation on YouTube, to be having the channel have grown enough now that we're starting to get some really cool stuff offered this way. Super Pescado says, "Nice sunset." It is. This is a beautiful planet. All right, let's go build this thing, because that's what today was all about, was getting to this for nautical stuff. I still don't know where I want to put it. I can move it later, right? So it probably doesn't really matter. I'm going to have to learn how to time that. Nautilin chamber. I'm assuming this thing's tiny. I don't know where I want to put this. An advanced, fully airlocked docking station for the Nautilin submarine. Is it not very big? Screw it. Let's just set it down. Oh, it's like a tiny little one-person submersible. Oh, the base is coming later, Pescado. Construct hyperthermal fuel cell. Oh, that's a weird POV. Oh, is it like... Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I want to see something here. Let's go to third person. Is it like a thing that you're... How do you change the POV? There we go. Now we're first person. That's what I was looking for, was the first person view. Okay, this is pretty cool. And then we've got... Oh, man, it even looks cool, man. I like the look of this little device. We got all sorts of stuff we can do here. It needs... What did it need for fuel? Hydrothermal fuel cell. Hydrothermal fuel cell, which requires salt, cytophosphate, and carbon. One gives me 100%. Welcome to the channel, Sniffer62. Thanks for the subscription over on Prime. Do I have a VR setup, says Super Pescado? I do not. Ooh, Nubanal says you can customize the color? Don't tell me that. I'll spend weeks and days and months customizing things. Alright, constructed the Nautilin. Oh, it's Mark, double dipping. Mark Collins from over on YouTube, also over on Twitch. Thank you. Well, thank you for the support. I appreciate you following in both places. For everybody who's new, I do multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch, so you get to watch where you want. Usually, as a general rule, it's the best way to always get updates when I've gone live. If you're not in the Discord where you can hear me screaming at everyone, is to just subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, because then you get updates in both places. Crack is cool, subscribing on Twitch. Thank you very much. Mark says later on you find the hotspots, hopefully S-class, and then you build your base to suit. Just, yeah. One of the things I'm really looking forward to do, because I don't know enough about what I can get yet. This was my first foray into getting some form of underwater anything. Explore the depths. Test the Nautilin by exploring the deep. Stay alert for signs of the stranger's expedition. So, I'm assuming... The sound effects are freaking awesome. So this pilot's just like your ship, sort of? Sort of. It's a little different than your ship. So this is how I wanted my ship to control, was with the right thumbstick, and this totally controls with the right thumbstick. Okay. This is going to take me some getting used to, because it controls a lot different than the I'm going to have to invert the controls. Repeater signal detected. Can you invert the controls for the Nautiloid? Hold up, guys. I got to check something, because that's going to drive me nuts. Because I've got inverted flight controls for the ships, but they're not inverted for the Nautilid. What is this thing called? Well, whatever. Let's go in this direction. So we're riding the surface right now. There's definitely some wonkiness to this because when I push forward to speed it up, it pushes it down. You see that? It like pushes down. Or is that just the way that it moves through? Does it just move through the water like this? You know what? Someone just said third person. I normally don't like third person, but just to see how this operates, I am going to do third person just so I can understand how this thing is moving through the water. That is a fucked up point of view. Why did it put me in this direction? Okay. Just gonna have to get used to moving this thing around because it does travel a lot different than than your normal ship. Yeah, I totally get what you're talking about, Beavis. You struggle driving this thing. I feel. Oh, is this a fucking underwater base, guys? Broadcast structure detected. Explore the building and search for signs. I'm assuming I need to, like, if not dock this thing, get out and explore. You can't go reverse. Alright, so you cannot reverse with this thing. Watch out for the eye. It kind of looked kind of nasty. You have to keep looking forward while it pushes down. Yeah, really weird. So I'm guessing I need to get out of this thing. And this is an abyssal horror, which probably needs to be killed. I don't seem to be doing any damage to it. Or that. Alright, whatever. How do I get in here? There's an eyeball, mommy, and it was looking at me. I don't want to know what it does. It probably shoots a beam of light or something at me. Harvest oxygen sac. Is there anything going to jump out and grab me from the ceiling? Read encyclopedia. I've learned a new word. Guys, I'm getting triggered right now. All the creepiness. I don't like deep water, mommy. It'll drag you in? Oh, that's not cool. You can only shoot when the eye is open, sis. Okay. Despite the decay, the station's mainframe remains functional. The records have clearly been accessed by whoever came here before. The last entry is a download of a high-power sonar unit. But there is something strange. The timestamps have been purged, and there's no way to tell how long ago the crew were here. Was this place on land when it was last visited? The horrors that lurked outside must surely have come after, but what drew them here? Unless... ... Download the solar plans. A high-detailed sonar device capable of upgrading the visor technology aboard a Nautilus-class submarine to analysis visor levels. I would need to make a solar mirror, and I need some more crystal sulfide. Copy that. Next question I have is, can you harvest from inside that device? Machine? Sub that we have? Something's blocking me from exiting here. With tech, yes you can. Okay, perfect. So that's gonna be the next thing we work on. Okay. I gotta get back to my base now. Which means I gotta look for my... Okay. And I can't seem to speed it up yet, so this is as fast as it goes. Yeah, I got a boat, Commander. Well, I got a sub. I got a little thing. Get out and push it. It might go faster with my jets, man. It probably is quicker to summon the ship than to ride around in this thing. But hey, it's a novelty item. I gotta get my money's worth out of it, guys. But totally, yeah. It's gonna be way faster to summon my ship. My base is right above me. Question is, how do I find the landing platform that I made for this thing? Because it's somewhere over here. But it's totally, like, not marked. Oh, there it is. No, that's something else. I don't know where it is. You don't need it? You just park up? Or I know I don't necessarily need it, but I kind of wanted to park it where I found it. Could drive me nuts, because I totally built that little landing platform for it, and I don't see that landing platform anymore. Or does it disappear after you launch the sub? Questions, man. I have so many questions. Alright, let's summon our ship. Oh, I gotta go all the way up to the surface. It's still there. I just don't know where it's at. Well, gosh darn it. Somebody just said put a save beacon next to it. It's a good idea. But honestly, I really don't remember where I put it, so... It's alright, we'll figure it out later. One of the first things I'm going to have to do, guys, is I'm going to have to figure out how to build... Oh, no, where did it go? That was something different. I need to figure out how to build some form of a... If not an elevator. Someone said you can't build elevators in this game, but I'm going to have to figure out some way so that I can get from there down to here underneath. That's a long-term thing. I could make some stairs. That might be a good option, is to make some stairs to start, and then short-run teleporters or things, you know, probably do long-term. All right, where's my landing platform? It's on the other side. Cool. All right, folks. That's a wrap for today. A ladder is possible as well. I didn't know you could make ladders. A ladder sounds way better than stairs, unless I decide I'm going to go whole hog on making like a landing, like an actual like balcony down there with like a dive platform. That would be kind of cool to like build some stairs that go down, like a zigzag stairs, and then we have a platform down in the bottom that's like on top of the seabed or like right on top of the ocean, and then we have like a set of stairs going or a ladder going down from there, like a dive ladder, a dive ramp. That could be fun. I know I could just jump. My question is getting back up. I don't want to have to summon my ship every time that I want to get back up. That's the thing I have to figure out. So, all right, we are wrapping up here. I want to say thanks for the subs today over on Twitch, guys. Thanks to those of you who are supporting. If you're on Twitch, it's bits, cheers, and subs. And if you're on YouTube, it's super chats and memberships. So thanks to those of you who do support and can support. It does help to contribute, keeping me on the air full time. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Today is Monday. I need to check in with the guys. I think we have an EverQuest 2 stream tonight. I have not checked Discord to see if we're still doing that tonight. Depends on if everybody can be here. That usually happens at 6 p.m. Central. So if those guys are all good to go, we'll be back in a few hours with an EverQuest 2 stream. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place for some more No Man's Sky. The rest of this week, for those of you who want to hang out for a few more minutes, I've got a couple more sessions to finish up my playthrough of the single player campaign of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That's just something to do on the side. And then Callisto Protocol came to the Xbox Game Pass, so I downloaded that yesterday. I'm going to be getting up to speed on that. I'm going to do a first impressions video first, see if I like it. If I do, I might do a playthrough of that. It's not confirmed yet. I also have been requested by Kel, who's one of our World of Warcraft officers and also in our EverQuest 2 guild and from our Enshrouded group. He was like, you need to upload. He says you got to get Star Citizen and try it out on your new laptop. So I own Star Citizen. I backed it on Kickstarter years ago. So at some point in the next week or two, I'm going to get Star Citizen put on the new computer and check that out, see how it plays. Because the last time I played it was on the old rig, which is my stream box now, which is an old 1080, and it didn't ever run Star Citizen that well. I also don't like playing with mouse and keyboard, so I don't know if it has controller support these days. If it does, I might tool around to that a little bit just for fun. But I'm not planning on like dedicating any time to it. But it might pop up, just as like a, hey, how does this play in 2024 type video. Outside of that, we're prepping for the War Within drop, which is on the 22nd. I'm going to be doing a little bit more Enshrouded, I think, over the next couple of weeks just to try out some of the new changes. Nothing serious, 1 or 2 little episodes here per week, maybe stream it once or twice. And then, of course, Star Wars Outlaws, which I have not done my update video yet, but I did get the Ultimate Edition, so I'll be starting that on the 27th. So we'll start our playthrough of that, and then we're going to go from Star Wars Outlaws to Space Marine 2. So for those of you who are tuning in for the No Man's Sky stuff, awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you stick around for everything else that's coming later, because once we get to the end of the month, the No Man's Sky stuff is going to take a deep drop off. And it will move to the back burner, and it's going to be something that I work on once a week or so, because we're going to be doing a full playthrough of Star Wars Outlaws, a full playthrough of Space Marine 2. I'm assuming those will take me 3 weeks or so to get through both of those games back to back from the end of August to like mid-September. What I don't know yet is if there's anything else coming out in the latter half of September. If there's not, No Man's Sky will make a return at the end of September to sort of, main status while I wait for the next big release. But I also might decide to go play the Rogue Trader DLC, depending on just where everything's at. So those are the short-term goals for the rest of this month, leading up to the War Within launch on the 22nd, and then Star Wars Outlaws on the 27th. But in the meantime, we've still got like 3 weeks ahead of us. Maybe not 3 weeks, but like 3 weeks. Because I won't mainstream World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is only ever going to show up on like Wednesday nights, Saturday nights, maybe an afternoon session here and there. But I don't typically stream World of Warcraft as like a main game during my morning sessions, because that's a long-term MMO that I play with friends with our guild, because we have a community there. So that's something that I play at nights. Sometimes on Saturday mornings we'll do something. But that's not something I'm rushing through, because it's there forever and I pay a subscription for it, and we have long-term goals there, so it's not something that goes anywhere. So I play it a couple times a week, pretty regularly. Anyway, that's the maintenance stuff. Later this afternoon, we've got, just so that you're aware, if you're over on YouTube, Kraken says, I'm interested in seeing how Outlaws goes. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have fun. We've got some Starfield shipbuilding videos that are going out this afternoon, which are part of the Ultimate Beginner's Guide that I dropped yesterday. Otherwise, tomorrow we've got the Enshrouded update going live at 10 a.m. Central. And then as soon as I go away from this, I'm going to go take a nap, come back, work on some video production, see about the AQ2 stream tonight. So stay tuned. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.